Dinosaur.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, never mind.
Hello.
I won't say this on stream.
No, say it on stream. I dare you.
No.
Hi, YouTube senpai. Please don't hurt me. Especially after the Thursday session.
It's not bad. It's just, Blondie, next time you're on my Discord, don't be surprised if they start singing the X3 Ulu song or whatever.
No.
Don't be surprised.
So,
there you go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ichor in Honor. I am your host, the Herald, and this is the Dumb Luck Club.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and I know the schedule is a little bit of a weird one for everyone, but I definitely appreciate having you all here, and we are quite thankful for that. Now, announcement-wise, just so we are aware, we had moved on our schedule to Ichor in Honor being every other Sunday, so next week there will be no session, but we will be back, actually, if I'm correct, because we have, I'm checking my calendar, so, correction, because of the holidays, not only next week, but also the week after that, we will not have sessions. So we will be back, ideally, on the 9th. We'll keep you all updated in regards to that, but we know it's that crazy time. Everyone's doing vacations and all that good stuff, so we'll keep you all in the loop on that. Also, as you remember, Thursday, we are, as far as I'm aware, it may change, but as far as I'm aware, we are not having session on Thursday due to it being close to Christmas weekend. But again, we'll keep you in on the loop on that. But however, we will be back on the 30th for Revive Pandemic. That is as much as going to be confirmed, unless something else happens. As we know, life can be a little crazy. But other than that,
Are you trying to eat my chopsticks?
while Nacho's trying to eat Daphne's chopsticks, just remember, everyone, if you enjoy this campaign, please be sure to like and subscribe. And we are always watching the chat, so we may not speak directly in the stream, but do not worry, we are watching, and we will definitely be responding in the chat room. So, without any further delay, let us go ahead and begin Ichor and Honor.
You can't. Okay, you can't
Do
get cute by doing that. You have to stop eating the chopsticks. The chopsticks are not for eating; they're for eating with.
So,
Hi.
Hello. Where we last left off with the Dumb Luck Club, you all had taken on the task of going to try to meet the Great Colossus in an effort to keep the peace and prosperity between the Oni tribes and the Empire of Ivhan continuous, and not have to deal with potentially another ally for the first emperor. As you had ventured forth, you had discovered there were a few strange things about someone else being here. You had seen tracks that and scents that resemble that of the Falconer, Ithem's scent, or as you all know, as Lydia's brother. And as you venture forth, going past the various dangers, you had discovered Falconer was not alone. Conjurer was with him. And noticing how there was this strange interaction between the two, right before combat had started, you all took the initiative and not just making sure they were defeated, but focused in particular on the Conjurer, since he seemed to have a bit of a leash on the Falconer. However, in a final act of either his desperation or showing his faith or whatever, he had casted a spell. A dangerous one at that.
Dropped a freaking meteor on us.
A meteor falling from the sky. However, thanks to Daphne's counterspell, you all survived that relatively unscathed. Lydia, you were also unscathed, but at the price of the Falconer's life. But as the battle had ended, with the Conjurer's death, and seeming to be the return of Lydia's brother, you all began your investigation looking into what the Conjurer had in possession as well as the Falconer. And as you had revived the Falconer, you all discovered he seemed to be acting a little strange. And that is where we're going to pick up.
Got my eye on you. You stop that.
DM.
Yes.
Gale is going to immediately, after hearing what Sifo said, going to take out his dragon.
That's right. That's right. Also, you've heard at the very end that as they're doing a sending to Sifo, you all had heard
Only Gale
Falren had fallen. Go ahead.
Only Gale knows that.
Yeah, Gale
Only
knows
Gale.
that. Yeah, only Gale knows that.
Gale's going to immediately take out his dragon orb, and he's going to cast Scrying on Sifo.
Okay.
So we're just gonna see Gale's like go out of commission for 10 minutes.
Well, I'm just like, well, Gale's doing that.
Mm-hmm. We'll get you in a moment, Gale.
Lydia's gonna like harden a little bit, whether it's like survival mode or mom mode, taking in like Itham's like burnt clothes.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna get up, undo her cloak, which is her heavy wool cloak. Dig through her bag, pull out a very male shirt, and also pull out her last greater health potion, and just kind of make a stack next to him before taking off her +2 Za armor, and just look at it and be like, "You're a mess. Get changed. I'm not having you on this mountain in burnt faithful clothes," and just like turn around and start looking for like his sword, Mom's bow, the quiver, just like all of his like weaponry. That's
Go ahead and give me an
dropped.
investigation check. And yes,
Daphne's
Diar.
gonna look at that shirt and just say, "Is that Asarath's shirt?"
Yes, it's the only male shirt I have that's probably the same build as him. Investigation. I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Yeah. And Diar, what are you doing?
Before she takes off her armor, Diar's just going to pull out the dragon bone armor that he made,
Nope.
and then just be like, "You're not getting rid of your armor right now." Basically,
I will pull out the bone armor Diar made me and be like, "I'm fine. I have 3 sets of armor. I am
But
fine.
that was a gift from the Za.
It's fine. He is weak. He needs to be protected for at least the day."
Actually, technically, he only needs to be protected for the next 4 hours when the exhaustion is no longer in effect.
When he can sleep. But we're not sleeping right now. So this is fine. It's only temporary. He can have my heavy cloak. He can have my armor. I have more cloaks and I have more armor in my bag. It's fine.
She's in mom mode. There's no reasoning with her now.
Might want to shake that health potion a little bit. Separation is natural. It's been in my bag for a while.
And yes, Daphne did say the whole mom mode's been activated thing out loud.
Okay. Understood.
18 for the investigation.
All right. Take a look around. You see that it takes you a little bit of time because you notice that it seems to... You come to the conclusion that it's buried under something, so you begin searching around, and you are able to find the bow. Though as you look at that, then you look over to Itham, you see that he still has the brooch and also the sword at his side.
Okay, but I do find the bow and
Yeah.
the quiver that he dropped.
Yes, you would find those, yeah.
Okay. Let us pocket those for now.
If you're trying to pocket those, give me a sleight of hand check.
It's fine. It's fine. 14.
All right. So, as you do so, you hear Itham's voice. It's Is that Mother's bow? As you look over to, as you see that he seems to be finishing putting on slowly the armor that you had given him.
Yes, it is.
Lydia,
Daphne.
are you gonna leave your brother defenseless on a mountain?
He has a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Just give him a dagger, it's fine.
He has a sword!
Lydia, you can't hoard your parents' stuff.
I'm not hoarding it. I'm keeping it
hoarding?
safe.
Why are you... He then looks over to you, Lydia, and says, Giselle, I know that you always were eyeing on that bow. But you never were that good of a shot.
That's rich, alright. Like I said, I'm just keeping it safe.
Keeping it safe from what? You see he's very confused. He sees this very perplexed look on his face.
Then I will walk over and just like squat for him, like, you just shot my friend with this bow at least 4 times.
Delan.
Until...
As soon as she says this, Delan just is like kind of in the background behind her and just kind of just goes.
Wait. You said I shot. Who are these people?
Where in the fucking chest, laddie?
These are my friends with them. I think introductions can wait till later once we're off a fucking mountain.
Wait, we're on a mountain?
Oh no. Okay.
Itham dear, what year is it?
Azuria calendars might be different than Ifhan calendars.
Just general year.
Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick.
Oh, we're making DM pull out a calendar. His calendar systems that he's been working.
Yeah, I do have calendar systems actually.
Share the deets.
Yo, Ichor and Honor calendar.
Calendar shoot, let's go.
You're not doing that. Never. I embargo on that.
Raise money for the stream.
I call dibs on June.
No, you will not, especially since you know that's my birthday month.
That's mine.
You don't want to be Mr. February?
Anyways.
I call November Diar with a forge in the background with like Christmas. Diar with a forge in the background. Yeah.
Anyways, what year is it, Itham?
What year does Itham think it is the better question.
What year is it currently?
Well, let's first.
It's the 10th.
Think it is.
It's the 10th season of the Great Oak.
DM, do I know calendars?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh god, it's
Can I do it too, since Daphne might know this?
Me 3 since I'm from Azuria.
Hold on. For you, Daphne, give me a history check.
Okay. Let me just check what my history is.
And Diar, you could go ahead and give me a history check, but you get it at advantage.
+3.
Awesome.
Is it because I haven't been home in a while?
Probably.
There's a little bit of a reason why. Okay.
13.
So you.
Is this giving me a hard time? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Launch game. Come on, faster. Roll.
Hey.
Okay.
20. 30,
So, Daphne, you would know that the way the Azurian calendar works, it's based upon the. While in the Tritonian Empire, you as you knew from beforehand in a previous role, that theirs focuses on the year in which is the reign of a particular monarch. The Azurian calendar actually focuses a bit on the seasonality, in the sense that in the capital of Azuria, it's based on whichever trees become much more prominent in that particular city.
Okay.
Because you don't know the whole thing, because it's not your country, and also, believe it or not high enough history check on this one. But you know that at the very least, whichever trees are seeming to be the most dominant in the capital, that's basically the equivalent. That's their symbol of that year. Think of similar to how with the tree and the rings, kind of similar to that.
Okay, so Daphne's just lost.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know determining what if that's current or not.
He at least named a year. He at least
So,
knows what years are.
Lydia and Diar, it takes you both a bit of time to think about this. Well, Lydia a little bit longer, because you haven't really used that calendar system, because you have been living with the Astraf and the Pale Hands. They used a lunar calendar.
Makes sense.
So, but after a bit of time, Diar, you already instantly recognize this, that was last time they used that particular the season set, for lack of better terms, or decade, was around the time when the assassination attempt happened.
Oh no. Oh.
Daphne's gonna look at Diar and Lydia and just be like, I understand vaguely how the calendar system works, but what is that close to now? She says, looking at the two of them. Diar being the only one who knows for sure. Because Lydia doesn't remember?
I thought.
Lydia and Diar would get this, basically.
Okay. It just took me a little bit more heavy thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Diar and be like, the fuck?
Is that a problem?
That was almost 100 years ago.
I know you like to pull tricks on me, but this isn't funny.
I would like to point out that, what did she, besides for the whole drowness, did she look like this last time you saw her?
No, but... Well, yes, but... He just seems to rub his head.
Daphne, do I look normal?
He's gonna look at her.
You look at her and seems to be fine.
Your hair's still slowly turning strawberry blonde, but you look.
But it hasn't turned any further. And don't worry, Gale, I haven't forgotten you yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just wrapping up this.
Nope, you're fine. Do I need to roll anything for it? That's what I was wondering.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Ism, I am 100% serious.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, with advantage because it's Lydia?
No, it's just straight persuasion.
Come on, Lydia!
Y'all trying to milk that advantage.
29 plus 11.
Oh!
I have a plus 11.
Good job.
Once, holy cow!
Noble rogue, let's go.
What?
I am
what happened to mother? What happened to father?
Once we're in a safe space, I will explain everything. But right now, we should probably keep moving before something else happens. I promise.
Okay.
And I'm actually Lydia will actually hold out her pinky back. I promise.
Okay. And he does the pinky promise in return, but then he looks to you and says, if it's alright for the time being, it's okay, at least. as he gestures to the bow that you're holding. What's your passive insight, by the way?
Mine?
Yeah.
14.
Okay. So who's...
I'm also watching their interaction
Okay.
very closely. So would I catch up?
What's your passive insight?
My Daphne's passive insight is a whomping 21.
You could tell that just from his uncertainty and everything that it's very similar to that, as if he's kind of looking to that as a little bit of a security blanket. As in, like, he's so uneasy about everything right now.
Daphne's gonna lean over to Lydia and just say very softly to her, "Give him the bow, Lidizel Ricane."
I will hand it over, but just with a look like, no shooting my friends.
Of course. He's just like... he is like so... The Itham that you know from back then, and even as a Falconer, he just seems to been replaced with this one who has this uneasy feeling. In fact, this almost like a little bit of a fear of the unknown dominating him. Now, before we get to you, Gale, Youth, what are you doing right now? As well as you, Umeko.
Umeko had to Baba Moose because... Oh, no, she's back. Never mind. Ignore me.
Youth is still... She was still observing the area, like, the body, after picking everything off of it.
Oh, the Conjurer?
Yeah, the Conjurer's corpse.
Okay.
Now she's just kind of, like, examining this stuff she picked off is all.
Okay. Did you say that you cast Identify or something like that?
Yeah, I already got the info for the rain. I'm not sure if there was anything else.
Oh, so you're doing it for the other item now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get that for you in a moment. Okay.
Okay. Oh, the staff. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the staff. That was the other thing. So you're casting that. Umeko, what are you doing?
I guess she would just be trying to, like, figure out where we need to go next. Like, if this is where we're supposed to find the Colossus, or is there, like, another chamber or something?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, as you were looking around, you do see that where the Conjurer was standing initially, like, you see that there is what appears to be that of an entrance there. Or like an exit. Kind of like, it's a style similar to that, like when an auditorium or like a football stadium sort of exit.
Yeah, she would just go over and start, like, I guess, checking for traps?
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Oh, yeah, Youth. You said you couldn't find that for some reason?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll copy and send that over to you.
Okay.
You can just keep that as a separate note thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you're taking a look, Umeko, you don't seem to find any sort of traps. It seems to be clear. There's nothing out of the ordinary in particular.
Then yeah, she would just yell to her, "Y'all coming?"
Okay.
Gale's just gonna hold a finger up, if he can, before the scrying.
Yep. Give me a second. I'm sending all this stuff to Youth.
You're fine.
Hold on a sec. And there we go. There we go. I had to do all these. Okay. There's a lot of info I had to share there. There you go. All right. So. You're welcome.
I see. That's a lot of stuff.
Exactly. That's why. Take your time with that. I'll leave you to that.
Yeah. But Youth is actually gonna do one thing. Is Delan nearby?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna look around, and then once she sees him, she's just gonna be like, "Dude with horns." I can't remember your name. Help me out here.
Delan.
Dylan, got it.
Delan, not Dylan.
Dayland?
Oh my god.
Galen Althar, you.
I will throw a snowball at you.
He says as he comes off the wall that he was leaning on and like walks over towards him.
Take this, and she lifts up the rain of shooting stars that she got off of the conjurer. I don't need it.
He's gonna take that.
All right, go ahead and add the ring of shooting stars to your inventory.
And here I thought you were just a hoarder. And here I thought you were just a hoarder. And he just puts it on his finger.
He is a
Thank
hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder, thank you. But actually, Gale, don't you dare go around saying that right in front of my face when you have all that stuff on you.
Meanwhile, Gale.
Trying to concentrate.
All right, so. Gotta pull up something.
Oh no.
Give me a second. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is.
Are you reading it, Taylor?
This ring looks like it was made for me.
So, as you are focusing, you notice, interestingly enough, Gale, you're used to there being some level of resistance, but there is none. As you're looking into this orb, you focus and the vision clears before you as you see Sifo running, but not in the city. You see that she's seeming to be fleeing and pulling on someone in tow.
Would I recognize who she's pulling into?
Give me a perception check, because due to the nature of scrying.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. So, as you watch, you see that Sifo. One of the things you see is that she seems to be all like, you remember how presentable of a state she was. She is. She appears to be dirtied. She has. You see on her clothing. You see that on her clothing. It's like ripped and teared, as if like something had cut into it. You see that you see multiple cuts and scrapes on exposed parts of her skin. You even see some, like, she's bleeding along her brow as she's running. All the while, you see Medi being pulled along. She's trying her best to keep up with this Druid. And you just...
Question, DM. For scrying, am I only concentrated on her, or would I...
You are only concentrated on her.
Okay.
Because you can see a little bit of proximity around it, but it's not as in a full pan camera view.
Okay.
But as you watch as she's running, you just hear her say, "Come on, We're almost there. We're almost there. And you just see Medi. She's looking unlike Sifo, who appears to be pretty damaged. You just see that she's just running. It looks like that she had left in a hurry. While Medi doesn't seem to be harmed, she's still just running. And like it appears that as if her clothes are not neatly pressed or kept like you had seen her before. Her hair is a mess. It's just free flowing as she's running. And as this happens, you see at one point something glow that just flies past.
What color glow?
A faint pale teal. And you just hear a and you see suddenly a skeletal hand emerge from the ground, trying to grab a hold. A spectral hand. And you see that for a moment it grabs the ankle of Sifo.
Oh no.
And you see that she just tumbles to the ground. And you just hear ah! And Medi instantly stops. It's like Sifo! As she's trying to pull, and as a spectral hand is holding onto her, he's like, no, you must go, you must run. I'm not leaving you here. Doesn't matter. Go to Foul. You must run. Keep running. Get to Foul Oak. Get to Foul Oak.
How do I spell that, DM? F-A-L...
O-H-K.
O-H-K. Yeah.
He is after you. You must run now. I'll buy you time. And you see with her staff, you see this crackle of this earthy brown before it cracks against the ground and the spectral hand disappears. At this point, Medi just seemed to see as if she's staring death itself. As you just see all the color drain from her before she starts running. And you hear a voice. As well as the faintly gas.
Foolish. And yet you think your attempts are going to stop the inevitable?
It may be foolish, but it's all that I can do now. Taking everything from me. Taking everything from the daimyo. Even took his soul. And you see that she readies her staff.
True. But soon, you'll be reunited with him.
And as you're watching, Gale, you see for a brief moment this appearance of multiple what appears to be that of souls, and you hear the moans, the shrieks, and while on the other side, you see that you see Zifo getting ready. You see. Hold on a sec.
Would they be similar to the moans and groans we heard from the mortician spectre things from Battle of Beaks?
I'm pretty sure you could figure that out.
Okay.
But as you watch, you see there's this
ding.
Yeah, apparently a ding. Text from a person I haven't talked to in a long time. But so
God, I love.
But you see that she suddenly begins. You see that her eyes begin to flicker in orange as you see flames beginning to spurt around her. And you see this battle commence. Though though you can't really see all the full action, you see that she's casting out various spells related to fire. You see her trying to summon things to aid her, but it just seems to be often on she's this desperation. Even just from this moment alone, there is desperation in her movements. Before you suddenly see what appears to be that of a multiple pale green beams appear. As all the while, you just around them, you see like various skeletal, like spectral creatures just emerging, fighting with these various fire spirits that she had summoned. But as she falls, they begin to dissipate. Before you hear, as you see that almost like a tether beginning to appear as it connects to her eyes and mouth, and you just see almost like something extracting from her. As you hear the voice of the mortician.
The time of the fall is ending. But with your dismissal, there will be a new power to replace it. My power.
And your vision ends as you see Sifo fall lifelessly to the ground.
Gale's going to just like, I don't know if anyone would notice, he will just go pale. He's already blue. He'll go like pale teal or pale, the lightest blue ever. I don't know.
Sky blue.
Yes, pale sky blue, and he's gonna go over to the side, and he's gonna throw up.
Oh shit!
Are you all right, lady? Delan just immediately goes over to him and puts his hand on his back.
Guys,
What?
the Fall Daimyo's dead.
What?
Fuck!
I'm sorry, what?
Fall Ren is gone. Fall Daimyo's dead. Sifo's dead.
Is Medi okay?
She's running to Fall Oak right now. Mortician's after her.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
So we need to get this Colossus thing taken care of. Now, get our asses to Fall Oak. To make sure she's okay. Because he's after her. He's already taken out the Fall Daimyo. He's already taken out the entire Fall.
No offense, Gale. Take a look around. We just had someone come back from the dead. Half of us are still hurt. most of us are out of spells. If we go to Fall Oak and the Mortician's there, what are we going to be able to do?
After we rest, of course, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take longer than usual. Because we're in the Spire Mountains. I don't know how long she's going to be able to. But the Fall Daimyo is dead. His soul's gone. Mortician got him. Sifo's dead. She built a gap between... Because Sifo was carrying Netby from what I am assuming is a destroyed Fall Wren. I don't know. And she battled the Mortician. Medi fled to Fall Oak, and Sifo fell dead. And that lantern took. DM, I saw in the scrying that the lantern had taken Sifo's soul, right? Or would I assume so?
Give me an Arcana check.
No.
Didn't Navrin tell us not to die near that thing?
Yeah. Navrin essentially said if you die near that thing.
You remember what
you
remember what Navrin had said, but you never really had seen it before until now. But seeing the necromantic nature of that spell, or whatever was being used, it's pretty safe to assume that her soul had been taken.
Okay, so Sifo's soul's gone as well into that lantern. So we can only assume that Medi is in immediate danger in Fall Oak. Fall Wren's gone. Aside, I don't even know.
We can't
Okay.
do anything about that.
We need to get the Colossus done, and then we can talk about this once we're either in a hut or in the Clover House or back at the Oni camp. Because at this point, we have Talus. You guys have your pet. We have Itham. We can't just keep picking up suffering people and dragging them through the mud with us. And the Pale Hands is not our daycare. So what are we going to do with Medi if we get to Medi?
Send her back to
Send her back to the Feywilds.
And you think we can get to her on top of taking an 8-hour rest? You think we can get to her before the Mortician does?
I don't
Hey,
think-
DM.
Hold on, Diar's been waiting for a while.
Oh,
Dear
sorry.
youth.
And youth? Okay.
I'm actually gonna walk over to Umeko and Delan, and I'm going to whisper in Umeko's ear. Can I borrow the 2 items again?
So, remind me, the player, what items? I don't remember what you're talking about.
Referring to the ring of spell storing and the earring.
Yeah, she'll give you the ring and then the new earring we just got. But
All right.
before letting go of the earring, she's gonna be like, why?
Do you trust me?
I don't know what to trust right now.
Umeko. The only reason why I'm asking you to blindly trust me right now is because of this. And he points to, like, both the back of his neck and the back, like, kind of pointing at the back of her neck.
Mm-hmm.
She'll put it in his hand, but, like, holding his hand with her other one. If you burn me with this, nothing will be the same. And she'll give it to him.
He'll put them both on and attune to them.
Okay. You said youth had something to say?
Yeah, she was getting involved with the conversation about Medi. Well, to be quite honest, I don't think sending her back to the Feywild would be the wisest decision for us.
She's in danger.
If we put her in the Feywild, who's to say they can't just plain shift over?
What should we do then? All we know is she will be in Falloak. That's it.
No one's safe at this point. I could send Talus all the way back to the Dratonian Empire, as if I would do that. But that doesn't change the fact that there's going to be problems over there. And if we end up failing here, then there's only going to be more problems for the entire world. So, what are we going to do then? We're just going to try to make up some imaginary place that everyone's going to be safe if we just send them to the Feywild, or we send them off to a different country, when this is something that's not just affecting one continent, but the entire civilization.
So what do you suggest we do then? After the Colossus, of course, because we're already here. We need to take care of this. What do you suggest we do?
Let's just not drag anyone else into this. We already had Medi on the case for this, okay? We already had her in mind for this. We're not gonna drag them along. We're just gonna take care of the situation that she's in. We don't have to drag her anywhere.
So you suggest us going down there after the Colossus and take out the Mortician?
Yes.
That's actually a smart idea. We have to be careful of that lantern, though, because in my scrying, Sifo was fighting the Mortician, and then Sifo died. Her soul's gone, too, inside that lantern.
We can only hope that it's not too late. Because we need a long rest. The Mortician could be very well gone, while we already know Anan and Anira are on the move to the author.
That's true.
Opposite way, too, so I couldn't even ask them to, like, pick her up.
We also have the lead on the ring, thanks to the journal. That's more powerful than all the relics. So if we can get the ring, we can maybe break this cycle.
Let's take care of one thing at a time first. Colossus. Then we'll decide what to do after.
We'll have a proper meeting once we're someplace warm and not on a fucking mountain with magical winds.
Which I'm surprised that scrying worked. Gale goes over and picks up the dragon orb and just puts it back.
Also, stop dropping the dragon orb. I don't want a repeat of what happened on top of the castle.
If I'm looking about this whole conversation.
Yeah, he's just watching you. Well, watching you all.
Did he drink the potion? He better have drank that.
Oh yeah, he would have drank the potion.
Okay, good. Get him some more HP. Alright. Colossus.
Alright. Colossus.
Let's get it done.
And then maybe have some rest time.
Yes.
So who's if I'm rooming within the Clover House? Lydia?
Either he'll get his own room or he can stay with me.
Getting the Clover House if I get like a 4-hour nap.
Dungeon.
I am not sleeping in a dungeon.
No!
I have... Look, I have the hut. But right now, let's focus on the Colossus. I am okay for a short scrimmage. Just don't expect any more close-knit counterspells. That was terrifying.
Yes, Youth?
Youth is gonna exchange looks with Talus, and then she's just gonna start walking.
Talus is
I thought
with
Talus
us.
was like,
she's not with us now?
We left
No,
her
no,
at the
no.
Oni camp.
She was back in the Oni camp because she wanted to make sure. So the conversation that was what was had was.
I was never told this.
Okay, no worries. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Talus. When you guys had gone off to the mountains, Talus stayed behind to watch over those people turned pets.
Okay.
Because she's like, yeah, it was probably not gonna be safe going in there with them. So.
Then she's just gonna start walking and say, I'm going wherever I please, and you guys can guide me if I start getting lost. And then she's just gonna start walking some direction.
Just watch her walk off the mountain.
All right, so you're heading off to the area that the Conjurer had gone. That he emerged from, youth.
Yep.
All right. Come on, Your Majesty, she said, patting Lydia on the head as she walks by.
I'll give Itham a hand up and I'll stay buddy-buddy with him.
Okay.
I'll chaperone our exhausted boy.
Gale's going to follow after youth. And everyone else.
All right.
Before walking, Umeko just looks at both Diar and Itham, just like, I'm watching you two. I don't know what's happening, but I'm watching you two.
Believe me, I have very little clues to what's happening right now.
Sure. Okay. Just walks off.
I'm not asking them to trust Itham.
You get an hour.
At least be cordial.
You get an hour.
Jesus, then give me the brooch back. We can home video this shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
So.
Colossus time.
Alrighty. So. With youth in the lead, as you walk through the tunnel, once more darkness dominates your vision.
Does any of us know what we're actually going to say to the Colossus?
I don't even know why we're here.
She
just looks back at the group like, I don't even know why we're here. I'm just following your lead.
We're just trying to get the Colossus to tell the Onis to side with us and not go with, like, the faithful in the war. Essentially.
How are you going to convince him that?
I assumed we were going to follow Umeko's lead on this.
Why do we make assumptions?
Because she's the one
we don't follow through with them.
I mean, Umeko and I chatted with, what was it, the Opal something.
Opal horns.
That was so long ago, dude. I don't remember.
Dude,
the Opal horns.
Yep, opal horns.
Is it? Wait, so are we in darkness right now? Or something? Okay.
Yeah, dark vision has activated, and...
Okay, so I have 120 feet due to cloak of eyes, so...
Got it.
Drow.
Yeah. So...
Devil vision!
So, the winding... it starts... As you are continuing onward, the path begins to bend to and fro in various directions. At one moment, it's going to the right, and then it's going to the left. But you notice that it's almost as if you have the strange feeling you're actually descending. And as you are descending, and continue moving forward, you start to notice along the walls there are more artistic depictions, seeming to be that of a great figure. A huge figure who rivals the size of mountains. And you see depictions of much smaller figures as well, seeming to be as if like they're staring in awe or just seeming to pledge loyalty or do some form of worship. You see, and as you're moving further, you see scenes of what appear to be depicting of great deeds happening. You see this gigantic figure once more in combat, in various depictions as you are moving forward. One such example appears to be that of a horned creature with a great wingspan, locked in combat with this giant figure. This horned creature holding what appears to be that of a great sword and a cat of nine tails. Another shows what appears to be that of a great beast. A beast that is greater in size even than this figure. It's a bit larger, rivals the size The mountains seeming to be locked in combat as well. You see that its jaws open while the figure seems to be holding them, holding the jaws in place. All the while, you notice you catch a glint as due to Umeko's little fire beetle friend. You see above appears to be that of another artistic depiction of a great sky. And not just any sort of simple sky with clouds, but a great cosmic one. Filled with various precious stones and limestone that seem to represent the various stars and planets. And I saw a hand up.
Would any of this depiction, would any of the creatures be similar to the ones that, like, say, Gale or Umeko have seen in their visions?
Before I answer that, which one are you going to be looking at in particular? You could just say, you could say the horned one, the one bigger than mountains, or C, other.
C, other.
Okay, other. Then for that one, I'm going to need you to roll me. That one, I'm going to need you to roll me. I would have to say religion.
Religion. Okay. 15.
Okay. You see one that catches your... One of the depictions that caught your attention was seeming to be focusing on... It shows one that is of a similar size to the great to this great figure. Though what you see for this one seems to have, as if the head, like, it seems to be almost like a similar in figure shape, but you see that it has multiple arms and almost like an insect-like head on top. From what you gather, this seems to, that one in particular to you, Gale, resembles that of some of the depictions you've heard of, some tales that you've heard of creatures or like of entities or even divine beings that lived in the lands south, such as the Sultanate of Ashuk or even Haktesh.
Oh.
You seem to think that this could be something seeming to be almost the equivalent of a demigod that's being depicted.
Oh. Depictions of demigods.
Dalen's gonna turn to Gale. Deki, you recognize some of these?
Only from tales. He's then gonna point to the one that is recognizable to him. Those are depictions of demigods.
Of a demigod, but yeah.
Of a demigod.
He certainly was a friendly-looking fella.
And I'm guessing the one that's larger than the mountain itself I'm just going to assume that's the Great Colossus. Or it could be the one that's bigger than the one from the mountain. I don't know.
Only one way to find out.
Either way, let's try not to piss it off. I'm not keen
Umiko's
on
just
being
gonna be
anything
an
close
ant.
today.
Umiko's just going to be an ant compared to this thing.
So, speaking of which, was anyone else wanting to do something while they're going through this corridor?
After that quick little chat with Gale, Dale's just gonna quietly slip his hand into his bag, and he's just gonna put his hand on his drum, and he's going to while they're in a magically stable area, just send a quick sending to Rodalia, because he's exhausted and just needs to just do something to make himself feel somewhat normal and okay.
Okay. All right. So what are you sending?
Today.
We just hear a low drum in the background.
Drop us a beat, Delan. Drop us a beat.
So he just puts his hand on it and it says, "Greetings, love. Long day. Entirely too long. Missing you deeply. Looking forward to the hugs when I see you next. Please stay safe." And then that's it.
Takes you a moment, but then you hear the voice of Idalia, seeming a little bit on the tired end, but you also know there's a time difference. But you hear her say, "Careful sending those messages. You're gonna give yourself your own death flag. If not by whatever you're fighting, but by me."
Taylor just immediately starts laughing.
Daphne looks at him. Daphne looks over at him. What's so funny, dear?
I think I just found my wife.
Did you try sending a message for Dahlia?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
honey, she does not like getting woken up. I had to wake her up once. She threw a book at me. Hardcover, textbook. Was not fun.
Hearing her threaten me in her sleep, totally worth it.
Yes, Diar.
As that conversation happened, Diar is actually going to walk up to Delan
Okay.
and whisper in his ear, with his mouth covering his mouth. "You have another one of those in you?"
Let's see. Talon kind of looks over towards the air. "I've got one, laddie."
He brings up his hand that now has the ring on it. Could you
He looks to the air. So thank you for the armor. Absolutely. But I noticed the wee little exchange between you and Umeko earlier. If you screw her over, I promise you, I'll be helping her bury your body. And then he just puts his hand on the ring and stores sending into it.
While this is all happening, Lydia, you hear a whisper from Itham as he says, "Are you certain these are friends?"
It's been a revolving door. Some people are more comfortable with others. They're like, there's the original group, and then we've lost people and gained others.
I see. You see that he's really thinking, like he's trying, like, look someone has when they're trying to put a complex puzzle together. That's what he has. It's the look on his face right now.
Lydia will just pat his arm and be like, don't think too hard.
Is it the math lady meme?
Using the equation. Don't think too hard about it. You're gonna hurt yourself. Please.
After we've spoken with the Colossus, we'll have a chance to rest and hopefully answer any questions you have with them.
Right. Yeah, let's roll for this real quick.
Just hang on, buddy.
Wait, what are you rolling? What are you rolling?
Okay. Seems to...
It's some stuff.
Colossus. Great Colossus.
Do you know something about the Great Colossus, Itham?
It's a bit foggy, but...
Oni tribes.
All I remember is that I had to go and speak to someone with that name.
Okay. Yep. And we were trailing you to cut you off because our conversation with the Great Colossus was more important than the conversation you were supposed to have.
So you still haven't lost your charm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a work in progress.
It's only gotten sharper.
I mean, it worked in some ways better than others.
Daphne?
Lydia?
Please?
I'm not doing anything, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Nacho, stop eating the treat.
So, as you are...
Yummy.
And Youth, you're continuing onward, correct? I think Youth went AFK.
I don't like this fancy.
But let me know when Youth is back, okay? But, so, while this is all happening... The rest... what are you up to, Umeko?
I guess right now she's just like... I would imagine she's just more stuck in her head, like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to say the Colossus now? Like, just trying to, like, think, like, oh god, it's happening. Okay.
Don't psych yourself out.
So...
This is the part where I pray to my god and hope that he'll respond.
So, Youth, what are you? So, Youth, what are you doing? Are you still continuing while the rest of them are slowing down at this depiction, at these depictions?
Seeing as how she doesn't know what she's gonna get herself into, she'll just wait with them. She'll slow down with them, just silently praying in her head. Can we have a god-to-god talk, please? Like. Rama, please.
It's rats.
Mountain over. Oh no, he's
rats. The Rat King.
He's rowing.
Daphne really wants to go inspiration, but inspiration only lasts for 10 minutes, and I don't know if we're talking to the Colossus past 10 minutes. So I'm gonna wait until it seems like something's about to happen. Then she's just gonna give her like a big pat on the shoulder. So I'm holding inspiration until we see something's about to go down.
Okay. So is anyone else looking? Is there anything else you guys want to do, or is there anything you wanted to see else while you're around, or do you want to just head on down? Yes. Gale, then Diar.
Gale's going to take out his book real quick.
Okay.
And he's going to write a sending to Medi. Be safe, keep low. Don't trust anyone.
Okay. Diar, what about you?
I sent you what I was gonna do, just letting you know.
Got it. I'll take a look.
Oh, DM, you said one of the depictions was like the sky and planets?
Yes.
Yeah, like like when you look up, imagine like when you're out camping and you just get to see like the night sky without any light pollution.
Circle of Stars Druid, do I recognize any of, like, the star shape? Constellation. Hidden messages in the stars.
Alright, gotcha, dear. And, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Lydia?
Yeah, as a Circle of Stars Druid, do I see, like, any of the constellations I'm familiar with, or, like, any secret messages in the stars kind of crap?
Yeah, go ahead, and for this one, give me a religion check with advantage.
Oh boy. I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Because Circles of Stars, Druid.
Why is my religion not bad? $21.
Okay. So you, as you're looking up, and you do see that they appear to be that of the various constellations, though. They seem to be some of the more universal ones, like pretty much this world's equivalent of, like, you see like a Gemini, Aquarius, that kind of thing. You see like the various ones, but you do notice that at the corner of one of them, like near a bit more to the center, you see what you know for a fact is not an actual constellation. But you see what appears to be that almost like an engraved version of some sort of strange face. As in, like, as you're looking at this, you see that it's almost like as if there's like some sort of strange shaped either horns or ears, but then you see like a very narrow sort of, almost like some sort of mask or face, but then you see where the two planets are, where they almost look like that of a pair of eyes.
And is this like large or?
Yes,
like...
it is very large.
Okay.
In fact, from your religion roll, you have a feeling that this might even be, say, the face depiction of the Great Colossus.
Lydia's gonna like try to back up as far away from it, just to try to like big picture it.
Yeah, because this is a big, keep in mind, everyone, this is a big tunnel. Like, this is meant for Oni.
Yeah. There's a face, y'all, in the depiction.
Gale's going to look up at it.
You'll see it.
Yeah, I was just like, eyes, and then...
Umeko, I think you're going to talk to the sky, and not in the crazy person sort of way.
Gale's just going to look at Umeko. You're going to be a molecule compared to this thing.
No shit, Gale.
Gale, do you not remember how tiny we are compared to the Oni? There's no need to bring in short jokes. Besides, I find yours always fall short.
I'm walking
Now I
ahead like, nope,
understand.
can't deal with that right now.
And you hear
No.
as you're walking, Umeko, you faintly hear the mutter from Itham. I don't understand why she's friends with them.
Delan turns to Gale. Daphne's right. There's no need to belittle her.
Alrighty, all of you guys, stop it. Be bigger people.
Oh, the fact it's Diar who's saying this. The one person I did not expect.
We're on a time limit, y'all. We gotta... We should probably go.
All right. So.
One foot in front of the other.
Delan's okay now.
Waiting this whole time just to make a pun.
We're all like still like half wounded, just making puns in a tunnel.
It's that battle fatigue humor.
The adrenaline has dropped.
Exactly.
So
The puns come out for everybody.
So with Umeko, and I'm assuming Youth, you're moving as well?
Yup.
As both of you take the head, take the head of the pack, you finally reach to what appears to be that of an archway. And what you see beyond that seems to be quite a bit of an opening. But right at the archway itself, you see what appears to be writing along the top in giant.
Gonna use the... Wait, There's no one in sight, right? Outside of our group? No one I can see in sight?
Not from what you can see.
Okay. Well, just discreetly gonna use my kin pin.
Okay.
So, what does it say there?
It's, as you look at it, it says, the words begin to become clear to you. From the earth, fire, and wind, you were born. To the earth, fire, and wind you will return.
Okay.
Can you repeat?
Sips water.
Not ominous at all.
That's not ominous.
To the wind.
From the earth, fire, and when you were born, to the earth, fire, and when you shall return.
Yeah, interesting.
Ashes, dust to dust.
He just looks at Umeko and asks, should we just keep going, or... That's not ominous at all. I don't know what you're thinking.
Does that say not the enter or something? Like, what? Why are you asking?
Are you not gonna... Oh, fine. And then she just translates it for her, thinking she was gonna use the pin. You know what that means? No?
DM, would I have an idea?
Give me a religion
You learned
check.
about this in school?
That's the wrong question to ask.
Did you learn about this in magic?
Religion.
Religion.
That's the same thing.
Oh!
7.
You have no idea.
Would you know or no?
If you want, you can roll a religion check as well.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna try. Okay. I pray to RN Jesus.
Get it.
Get it.
Come on.
Get it.
Cleric.
If it will
let's go.
load, get it.
Come on, Cleric.
Please load, get it. It's not rolling, hang on.
No worries.
Can't get it.
Get it.
Hey.
Hey.
It takes you a bit of time to think as you're thinking about it, but then you remember during your time in the camp, you had noticed some of the conversations that were taking place, and one thing that you remember is that with Oni, they definitely have a bit more of affinity to fire, as you had seen like the great weapons they had forged and everything during your time in the camp. And you, from what you understood from your readings and the intelligence given to you by Kinoto, that they really see themselves as close to nature itself, even saying that they were formed from nature itself. You conclude that you pretty much conclude that those elements that are mentioned might be what they consider what they were formed from, and the natural state they'll return to once they pass on.
Youth has a look of thought on her face, and then she just looks back at Umeko and she's like, it means nothing, let's keep going. And she's just gonna keep walking forward.
Nice. This is fine.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Fine.
Cleric as youth as a cleric is great.
We love
Yo, we're
you.
the 2 clerics and we don't know enough about this.
She's just like, nah. She's like, I kind of get it, but nah, it's not important. Let's go.
So, I'm assuming the rest of you are tagging along as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Diar would actually look at the writing because he can naturally read giant.
yeah, and you would easily pick up on that, knowing what it means. Well, I mean, I should clarify. You see this. You've seen this before, and because of your natural affinity to this, you kind of have a feeling you kind of get the understanding of it. For a Volksman. So, Youth and Umeko, as you enter the archway, both of you immediately halt as you notice that it's not going. The path is not going straight as it looks initially, but instead it goes off to immediately to the right. Because as you are staring, as you are looking ahead, you see that it's almost like you're in like a huge chasm or even a canyon. And you just see along the wall, along this open space, you see various depictions of giants of ages past. But as you take in this huge scene before you, you look to your right and you do see a small pathway that goes along this wall, about 10 feet wide. But as you are looking, it's almost like your dark vision is going in and out a little bit, because along this chasm, just below it, and along the lower level, you see that there's this great fog.
I mean, I guess we could just walk. There's nothing else
we just
to do.
go.
We do.
Okay. All right.
Walk or we leave.
Good question. Does Daphne get a sense that they might be getting closer to where one would talk to a god?
Baby. Yes, Gale.
Gale's going to.
Don't give me that.
Gale's going to reach into his hand, into his pocket, reach into his pocket, and use the Dragon Orb's free thing of detect magic. Am I detecting any sort of magic?
You do, from the fog itself. Yes, dear.
I sent you another DM.
Okay.
Ow.
DMs are getting DMs.
Boy.
Would I know what type of magic the fog is?
Might be some sort of illusion based.
Illusion.
Okay, I'm keeping that in mind, dear.
Careful with the fog, guys. It might be some type of illusion.
Yes, Delan.
So, Dalan getting a wee bit of an idea. Since we're dealing with someone who's essentially on the level of a god, he basically, very quietly in the back of his mind, whispers to his prophet friend, "Any idea if we're getting closer?"
Oh shit.
No response.
Left on red.
Hearing Gale talk about the fog, using Druidcraft, I can make a small puff of wind. So using Druidcraft, can I try to make that wind and see if it actually moves the fog to see if it's actually like an actual thing or if it's like illusionary?
How far
effect?
can Druidcraft reach?
Oh, it's a 5-foot cube.
I mean, the range.
And range is 30 feet.
Okay, so you get about close to the edge of it. Yeah. And as you cast the Druidcraft, you see from on, it opens up almost like a little bit of, almost like a little bit of almost showing like a little bit of what's on the other side before forms up once more. But as you are looking down, you see more of these depictions, but you do see the bottom, but it's really far down.
Oh, like there's no like walking space, or is...
No, you're so basically the walking space is
Okay.
to your right, but you're looking down it, and you're seeing it. You don't really see the walking space. You see it's just straight drop.
Oof.
I suggest we stay on the walking path and don't veer. Cause it's a real far way down.
Delan pulls out his pigeon just in case.
I'm at a wild shape, so I can't.
What's your
turn
passive
into a
intelligence,
bird.
Lydia?
Passive intelligence. 17.
From what you gathered, this is about a 3,000 to 4,000 foot drop.
Oh, you go splat if you fall. Worse splat than that meteor.
This reminds me of a story of one druid that tried going cliff diving and turned into a goldfish for some reason.
We do not talk about the goldfish incident ever. That's like an
It's-
unspoken rule amongst circles. Just don't. We don't talk about it.
Gale's gonna just continue going,
Stay on the path.
I don't
Going-
know.
why
Like,
does-
going along
that
the
sounds
path.
pretty fishy.
Is this
How wide is the path?
You said it's about 3. You said how far you sit down?
Like
was
3,000
again?
to 4,000.
3
feet.
4,000 feet. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, basically,
How
you're
big
falling
is the
off the
space that
top of a tower, basically. We're talking.
Okay. Okay.
How wide is the walkway? Is it like single file, or can
10
we
feet.
come to... Whew. Okay.
Okay.
Single file.
Single file.
Dalen's gonna speak up really quickly. Let's see. Hold on a second. Can I do this before I say anything? Yes, I can. I've got one polymorph in me. If we want to make this a wee bit safer and not risk anyone falling, I could shift into a large bird and take Umeko and someone else down with me.
I say we hold that, and if someone falls, we polymorph them into a flying creature.
Fair enough.
Have it like half cast and ready to release.
Just don't fall faster than 60 feet and you're fine.
Or you can polymorph yourself and then dive after someone. But
True.
Good idea.
Gale's just continuing.
wait, hold on. Who has rope? Can we make a daisy chain and everyone hold on to it?
Everyone has rope.
We all have rope.
I don't
Do
think
I need to
have
tie
rope.
knots?
Do I have rope? Let me ask.
Just like have like two strong
I'm pretty
people
sure
in
if
front and
everyone
back
has...
to be an anchor. I don't have rope. I can make a vine, but I
I
don't have
think
rope.
here's the strongest of... You should be the anchor.
Yeah, I have 50 feet of hempen rope and 50
I have
feet
2
of
ropes.
yeah, 50 feet of hempen and 50 feet of silk.
Okay, then let's just use one of those, and let's have our two strong people be front and back anchors in case someone falls.
So I'll be the.
Gale, you don't have dark vision. No, you do have dark vision. Never mind.
I have
What am
120 feet of dark vision.
I said never mind. I realized I am tired.
Probably not as tired as Itham over here.
Too soon! Bad Gale!
I am
So-
so sorry about my friends.
So Diar takes the back, or I'll take the I'll take the front, or vice versa.
Dear, back or front?
Back.
Alright.
I'll take
Decided.
the front then.
Meanwhile, youth, Umeko, I'm assuming you've already left, yeah? Leaving the others behind? So let's move over to you two while they're figuring out single file. So, as you're moving onward, you see more of the depictions, but then you also see there's appears to be that of almost like a bridge that connects to the other side. A little bit wider. Seeming to be about 20 feet wide but you also see that it's almost like that you see from where you are, because it's about 60 feet from you. You see that there is this almost like what appears to be railings, but then also some sort of slab or something that's near towards one side. Really hard to pick up to see due to it being obscured. But you also notice, however, it's closer to the fog. What do you do?
I'm just gonna look at Umeko and then look behind us. And she's like, did everyone just leave? Did they not follow?
They seemed pretty concerned about the fall, so...
Cowards.
When we hear that...
No, they are gone. They are gone from you guys.
No, wait for us, rude.
We don't the party.
Gale's gonna yell in the
kept
fog.
going. We didn't say we were stopping.
Yeah,
Gale's gonna yell in the fog. You assholes, wait for us!
So
that's if we hear it.
Yeah.
Umeko's observant.
That means I can read lips. Doesn't mean I can hear better.
It ups your passive.
okay, so as you two are looking towards each other, you hear the yell from Gale, but it seems to be rather faint. However, for everyone else,
Gale.
What did you do?
Gale, I love you.
Oh no.
you start to hear
Oh.
something move.
Oh.
And you see the rocks begin falling a bit
Oh, fuck.
from above.
Okay, no
Then
time
also
for
below.
Daisy move.
Run!
Go.
You yell this? Okay.
Don't
Don't
yell.
yell.
I need you, everyone except for Umeko and Youth, to roll me a dexterity save, please.
Do I get to roll the advantage since I pull out my
For
pit?
once, me and Umeko are being smart.
How are we
It's
the
a
smart
reroll.
people?
I
Do I
have
roll-
a reroll. I have a save reroll.
Do I roll the advantage since I have my pit in?
Not for this roll.
Okay. Dex
Umeko,
save.
I'm saying we're being smart because we aren't going the janky way.
Okay.
Ah, that's a 6.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, and so he needs to roll at disadvantage because he's exhausted.
Yes, no. Sweet baby boy.
And
no.
this is how Daphne dies.
Y'all, wait, aren't y'all tied together or something too?
Not yet.
Yeah, we weren't tying each other
Okay.
together. We're just gonna hold on to the rope like kindergarten.
Okay.
You better not fall.
All right. So.
Don't go unconscious.
Okay. All right. So you suddenly feel it. The earth begin to move slightly. Almost like it's actually rather strange for you, as you, everyone except Umeko and Delan, you quickly move back to press in your back against the wall, and as some of the rubble begins to fall. However, Umeko, Delan,
Umeko. Umeko's
Close.
not there.
Umeko. Oh wait, no.
I did not
Wait,
roll things.
Oh, you did not roll. I need you to roll. I thought you
Oh,
did.
I thought
Sorry.
Wait,
we were
Umeko-
okay because
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Umeko
sorry.
and
I'm
you.
sorry. That's right. My apologies. I'm getting the numbers mixed up here. Okay. So it's just Delan.
I was about to say, hot spice and sauce.
Because
My
good.
natural 20, dear. I mean, dear.
Like I said, everyone except Delan.
Oh.
Delan,
Mm-hmm.
the earth gives way right under your feet.
Daphne's jumping and casting polymorph on herself to turn into a giant bird.
Okay.
Will I
So-
fall or do I catch myself with the pitten?
For
Oh,
that,
yeah,
I'm
that's a
gonna
good
need
point.
you to give me a dexterity save, Delan.
That's a good point. She's gonna wait and see if he continues to fall first before she goes through with that plan. Please catch
22.
him.
22. Natural 20.
There you go.
22.
And as you quickly fall, you're like, whoa, and quickly strike it into the wall, and you find yourself dangling, holding on to this bittern.
Use goat legs and get back up here.
Okay.
Please,
Okay.
I beg you.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
No
Fine.
more yelling. Shh. No yelling.
No, I'm not yelling, but I'm
Yes,
fine.
Diar?
Fine.
Diar is going to use Giant's Might and then pick up Dalan.
Okay, so for this, I'm gonna need you first give me a dexterity check, because how big you're gonna become.
Check or save?
Check.
Just making sure.
Yep.
His boy just continuously giving you things.
He's careful. You carefully use your giant's might, and then so thankfully the earth does not give away under as you were careful about your footing. You reach down towards Delan. Delan? Thankfully, due to that
Dalen's-
giant's might, you're able to see that Diar's hand is within reach.
Delan is going to take his hand and allow Dear to rescue him.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me a strength
Diar's
check.
gonna pull him up with advantage because of Giant's Might.
Of course.
Ah.
Of course.
And
Thank
then
goodness with
good thing
advantage.
that was a- Yep.
Takes you a little bit, but carefully you pull him back up.
Can we get going? We should probably catch up.
Yes.
Not yell.
I agree.
Umeko, youth, you heard that yell, but you didn't feel any rumble. It just feels fine. You've heard something, but you're not exactly sure what it was.
Was that the Colossus?
Was that a bug?
Just like a lizard running around the cave, maybe? I don't know.
It's Houdini.
She looks at Houdini since he's still out. She's like, "Was that you?"
What form is he in right now?
Looks at her beetle.
He's owl.
Do you make noise?
As you look at it, Umeko, you just hear a.
Oh, that sounds a
Make
lot like
noise.
it.
What the fuck?
That does sound a lot like it. I think that was it.
Okay.
Anyways,
Now I wonder if bugs can pass gas.
So where were we? We were still walking, weren't we?
Yes, you were.
Okay.
We're at the bridge with the slab on or something near the fog.
You're near the bridge, which is a little bit lower. So this is where you are, and then it goes a little bit down towards that bridge. That bridge / balcony thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just keep going until we reach that then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once you reach it, you see that there's, I'm assuming you're going to enter the that bridge.
How safe does it look on a scale
Give me
of 1?
give me a perception check.
I'm good at these. Hang
Can
on.
we catch up?
Yeah. I was
No.
gonna-
Please?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
All
No.
out.
We gotta
Don't
split
worry,
the
I'll
party.
get to you guys in a moment. Keep in mind, it's going simultaneous.
I know.
Man.
We just
Y'all are
gotta
making
split
the
the
mountain fall.
Yeah.
23.
Okay. Take a look, and it seems to be surprisingly solid. Even though it's been years since it seems to be like someone's been down here, it is hardy.
Looks safe. I'm worried about myself. I'm not worried about you. You're like tiny enough that you're not gonna weigh a thing on that.
It is about 20 feet wide
We're fine.
with rails.
Yeah.
She's gonna start walking across without asking.
Okay.
Before actually stepping on the bridge, Umeko's just gonna ask you, do you think this was a mistake to come here?
I mean, she stops and she turns around. She says, well, I'm not sure, because I think we could have talked to them on our own instead of just having to come here. But if it makes things easier, sure. I'm gonna wait till the end result, though, to see if it was actually worth it or not.
I mean, I warned everyone that we would be gone for a bit and something could happen.
Yeah.
And it did.
We'll figure it out. Hopefully. No, not really, actually. I don't think we will. And she's just like, you can see she's starting to think it over, like, hand on her face.
So, the two of you, as you are walking on this bridge, while you see what that strange slab was to the right now of you, and you see that it's almost like a rather large table in a way. You see that it's almost like a multi-step. Like, there's the main section, which is about 10 feet wide, like 10 feet in length, and 10 feet wide. But then you also see right beside it smaller, almost like platforms in a way, 5 feet on each side. Those two have. You notice that each of them seem to almost have like carved into the stone itself, almost like in a indent that's in a shape, almost like a bowl like shape.
May I kindly ask what thou was thinking about what this may be? I don't know what this is. I'm confused. What? Do I recognize it in any way of what it could be?
Is this how we get his attention?
It's at this point.
Is this where I make a blood sacrifice?
So, as at this point, everyone, you finally catch up, and you see at about 60 feet away, you see Youth and Umeko at a bridge, stopping there, having their backs facing your direction.
I'm sorry, how many bowls did you say there were? Or indents?
One on each. So total of 3.
Blood sacrifices, right?
Did Diar or any of the people who read the Archway translate it?
The youth told me, but I think you guys were gone at that point. Or we were gone.
You. Yeah.
Dear, what's that archway say?
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
We're way past that.
Yeah, you're way past that, unfortunately. So you all, as of right now, you all finally catch up, and you see Youth and Umeko on the bridge.
Are we stopping? Nice of you to let us catch up.
You could have waited for us, you know.
I mean, I thought you guys were right behind us.
We thought that until
Wait,
she looks at them and she's like, we thought you were behind us the entire time until now. I mean,
yeah, we didn't know you guys stopped.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's
So,
fine.
yes, dear.
Did we all see the bowls?
Oh, you'll see it once. You'll see the strange thing. Once you're on the bridge, so you would see it.
We're like there now.
Yeah, you're there.
Hey, Umeko. I need to make sure I'm not metagaming this, but didn't Umeko use Healing Wind like around the air?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's perfect then. Do any of the bowls look like they are meant to be the first one?
You don't see any. It just seems like a very simple depict. Like, it just seems to be as if it's just meant to be there. There's no decoration on it or anything.
Okay. Diar's gonna go to the far left one. And he's going to, Ooh.
What you doing, dear?
You know what? I'm gonna do it this way. My lady, could you use your, Druid craft on this bowl right here to make leaves of some sort, or flowers of some sort? Something
Sure.
earthy?
Yeah, I can do that. And I will make my way over to the bowl.
Okay.
Now are we all doing it at the same time? What's happening? Explain.
Umeko, can I have you, use Healing Wind on that third bowl? The farthest on the right?
I see we're not explaining the process. Got it.
Got it, yep.
And then
You guys trust
Diar
him?
pulls out his rapier, puts it in the third bowl, and uses heat metal on it.
Okay, so you instantly, with you
Fire.
casting heat metal, you cast heat metal on your blade as it's on the basin before you suddenly see a great fire emerge from the center.
Daphne's gonna reach over and gently put a hand on Umeko's shoulder and give her bardic inspiration. That's her last one of the day, so you have a D10 to add to any of your rolls should you need it.
Cool. I guess she does the wind thing.
Healing wind?
Wind.
Okay.
Whoosh.
As you cast healing wind down onto this bowl, start seeing like almost like you see like there's a little bit of remnants of some either dust or small bits of pebbles suddenly begin spinning around in this bowl. It's interesting that it's not going near the flame or causing it to burst forth into greater fire, but it seems to be almost like it's contained.
Lydia will druid craft some flowers and mushrooms in her bowl.
All right, as you do so.
They the special kind of mushroom.
Yes, the glowing mushrooms, yes.
Okay, so
My
it's the glowing
drugs.
mushrooms. Duly noted.
Drugs.
You see that.
Drugs.
You see that on this in this basin. Suddenly, it's almost like as if it suddenly burst into life, and you just see vines in which, and the roots just starting to dominate this, as if kind of like when you see like those those pictures of like nature taking over structures and buildings, similar to that. And
as this is all happening, Diar says in Giant, "From the earth, fire, wind, you were born. From the earth, fire, wind, you shall return." He says it in Giant.
Okay. As you do so, in a strange sort of way, there's the sounds that are being made from this sort of really basic altar. You notice there's no longer any sound emanating from them. The flames are still flickering, but you don't hear anything from that. You don't hear the wind, though you could still kind of see it. And even the plants in which are growing and they make the sort of twisted and gnarl sort of sounds, that sound's gone as it continues. Before suddenly hear all around you rocks starting to, and the earth starting to move. But as you are on this bridge, you notice that it's relatively stable. As suddenly hear a voice.
Just as you are to return in place. Before we begin anew.
I think Chris was trying to scare you.
As the rebel stops, you suddenly hear what seems to be like almost like a low rumble, as if like an earthquake. For another. And then suddenly, it's almost as if the darkness had appeared once more.
We be kneeling.
And you suddenly see as if almost like a huge wall had moved forward of earth. If it wasn't for the fact that it was very slow in its movement, almost like as if like it was going at a pace. You look up. See faint, there's still some beams of light coming through, but it's really difficult to see. Before you notice that there's something in which seems to be almost like a body. What felt seemed to be almost like this moving wall of earth. You suddenly realize it is actually a set of legs. And the lower half of a torso.
DM, how tall would the earth?
Tall enough, it's really difficult for you to even see. Even with dark vision. You can't see to the end of it.
Gale's just gonna look up.
You look up. It's you're finding yourself bend your back as if you're trying to look, kind of like, you know, when people are looking at the Empire State Building, like they're just like, you're bending so far back, you find yourself actually falling onto your rear just from the massive size of this, of whatever this is. Before suddenly,
Gale's gonna lay on his back, just look straight up.
Before you suddenly find yourself, you suddenly see that it's as if the wall is shifting and lowering.
I think we found your Colossus.
Yeah,
And you see, but as it's moving, you suddenly hear the earth tremble once more. Before you see a pair of arms, finally. And you see, resting down, close to your level, what appears to be that of a mask or a face. You can't exactly tell. But let me go ahead and show you a picture.
Does it match the engravings that I saw in, like, that hallway?
Which engravings?
The giant face.
It definitely does.
Ooh. Oh, lordy. Whoa. Sick.
Okay.
That's amazing.
What's it
As
look
you-
like?
Look at roll 20.
Not sure me.
I'll put in sharing stuff.
Holy.
And I'm gonna do a transition so the viewers can see.
Okay.
With you, and you just see this huge mass, just as if it's. And from what you can tell, it's almost as if he's like sitting down on his knees, like as in like when someone's just like has their knees on the ground and like their feet are rested on the balls of their feet, like that. It's just looking down, and you see his head even lowers even more so, to a point where the bridge is meeting with this face. You see that its eyes that are the size as the largest of shields. It's just staring. Not even blinking. Just staring directly at each of you.
There's no.
As you hear it speak once more. And we're going to take a break there.
Oh Lord.
This means they didn't talk to him first, though.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
By the
Oh,
way, Lydia, you only tagged Daphne in a thing. You didn't show her the actual picture.
I posted it.
No, I see the picture.
It's in sharing stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I only.
Woo. Okay. We're
Oh,
gonna go ahead.
man.
We're gonna go ahead and take a break there, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging
Wow.
out with us so far. Don't go away. We will be back with more Ichor in Honor, and we get to see a little bit more of this Colossus. Don't go away.
This is a big boy.
Welcome back.
That was the fastest I've ran in my life.
That was worth every second.
All right. Thank you for your
High
patience.
five.
Let's go ahead and continue on.
I need pizza. Be right back.
So,
Not pizza time now.
And nacho
So-
time?
Nacho, move.
as you find yourselves in front of this gigantic entity as it just looks at each of you. Seems
Delan's
to be in
standing there.
silent, just waiting.
Umeko?
Daphne's just gonna glance at Umeko like, this is your cue?
Wait, so you said like it's been a while since someone summoned him, right? That was his wording.
Seems like something like this has happened.
Hopefully he can hear us at our normal volume, but she's just gonna say we're here on the behalf of the it's been too long. I don't even remember something compact.
Kanabo.
Kanabo compact. It's been too many weeks since we played.
Right.
What is this compact you speak of?
He don't know.
You don't understand the assignment.
It's a group of the Onis of this mountain that are fighting together to preserve what is here.
Is this enemy they fight?
Their leader is known as the First Emperor, and they are known as the Faithful.
First Emperor. Tell me, what is the name of this First Emperor?
Notes.
We have this.
Hi, Consequences. Nice to meet you. I'm the Herald.
Harold,
Yes.
does youth remember the name of the first emperor?
This is something only Umeko knows because this is
Oh.
Oh,
Mhm.
shoot.
Which, it's been like 2 months since we were told that. Where is it?
You
I
got
have
this,
it
Umeko.
saved
take your
somewhere.
time.
I know. I remember one of them because the player, always remembers it as Xenagos, but I know that's not the name of one of them. That's a magic character. I know that's not right, but that's what my brain keeps remembering it as. It's like, fuck, where is it? Oh, Kinos is one? Xenagos? No, it's not Xenagos. God damn it, brain. Fuck. I can't find the notes right now. God damn it.
Alright, I'm checking in the D&D nets.
Common
Oh,
one.
It's Kinos and Zenith. I just don't remember which one. I want to say Zenith was the one that we're fighting.
Didn't Herald give us the wrong information for that one once, though, so we had to make a correction?
Nope, that was not the one. No, that was for the Oni tribe names.
Right.
So yeah, I believe it was Zenith was the one that we're fighting. By the way, it makes sense if Umeko doesn't remember because that's not her strong suit.
Just let me know when you're answering in character.
Yeah, she'll...
Can you make an intelligence check or something, like, to figure out which one it is?
I mean, can I?
Sure, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Come on, Umeko. And remember, if you need it, you have that D10.
Yep. Let's add that D10.
When you saw Kara talk, you got the real emperor, the current emperor's name. I remember that.
I got that plus the name of the originals.
When did you have that talk with him?
You remember that there were the names Kinos and Zenith.
Yeah.
Zenith was the one who is believed to be the one who's basically the first emperor that you're fighting right now.
Yeah, okay, so it was, Zenith. Because it sounds like Xenagos, but it's not.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying my caramel popcorn and watching this.
Yeah, she'll just answer Zenith. Zenith.
For some time. Until once. That was during a much different time. Time in which he ruled. You mean to tell me he has returned?
Yes, he's trying to bring the world back to that point. And they're destroying everything in their way.
Everything you say. What is Zenith's goal exactly?
Say that again? I did not understand what you said.
What is Zenith's goal exactly?
What is his goal?
Oh. To rule over everything again. To have the ultimate power to make things the way he wants it.
It's at this point, as he hums, he slowly, it goes even forward, like to a point where it's just like a few feet between this mask face thing and the bridge.
Bless you.
And it's at this point you realize he's probably keeping his voice rather soft.
This is soft.
He is a big boy.
He's a big
hurt
soft.
us.
Aw.
Soft boy.
There are times when people take rule. They rule over lands. Some may rule over skies. looking for any power that has risen to greatness, they have ended. Isn't that the natural cycle of things?
Full Jesus. Full control of everything isn't natural though. He's not stopping at just the land or the skies. He's wants everything.
What is everything?
He wants to become stronger than the gods themselves.
So, give me a moment. Sorry.
I'm like, oh my god,
He's
do you
enjoying
need
his
help?
carnival
Do you want us
popcorn.
to help? Do you want us to help, or do you got this, Umeko?
It's up to you. You guys
He's
can
not
chime in
just-
whenever.
Yeah, like I can't physically stop you from talking.
Lydia wants to give you that opportunity, though. So Lydia's
Yeah,
like,
Daphne.
this is your development. You got this.
Oh
This
no.
is your fourth character development.
Gale's gonna choke.
I should say, I don't believe he's stopping at just the physical things of this world. He's controlled the dragons in the past, so what's to say he's not going to try to control the other gods as well?
As he looks to, as you see just the faintest of turns, as you hear a as his gaze slightly shifts over to Lydia. Before looking over to Gale.
What's considered natural, which is life, death. Tell me. There is such desire. What makes him different from anyone else? He desires power, control. What makes him different from the rest of those who follow the lands?
They rule through peace. They don't rule with an iron fist like Xanath does. Or wills, or is going to do.
This world may not be perfect, and we may not all live in exact peace. However, countries came to power and rose justly through battles that they've won. The problem that lies with the first emperor is that he's reversing natural cycles of life and death and bringing back people who have been long gone for over hundreds of years to eliminate anyone that stands in their way. And not only are they trying to take over their own country, but beyond their own walls, which puts other innocent lives at risk. Lives that weren't signed up for this, nor to fight battles from 500 or more years ago.
you see him slightly shift over, like almost like he's leaning a little to a side, and his eyes are now focused dead on you, Lydia.
Who understands the natural cycle of nature itself? How is this not considered natural in the sense that some survive and the weak perish? What makes this so significant that you seek my aid?
It holds the significance in the fact that by a game of chance, the 7 of us came to get 8 of us? How many of us came together to oppose this force? And us coming to ask for your aid is us trying to think strategically and thinking and getting ahead. Because at this moment, we are falling behind. And we know the old ties that you used to have to the country itself. And the Oni tribes we met with that are part of the Kanabo Compact are torn on whether to join the First Emperor or us. And so we ask for you to join us, or at least give the word for the Kanabo Compact, so we can fight for what's right and against oppression and save innocent people from fighting a fight that this was not part of their generation.
Quick question for the DM.
Yes.
Would Daphne... Now, we heard him say how the strong survive and the weak shall perish. Does Daphne know or can get like a vague idea of what his views on children are?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Just gotta... Yeah. Let me check what my insight is real quick. It's an 11. Okay. One moment, because Daphne has an idea of how to word this. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm not asking for much. Just roll high.
Oh.
Hey, nice job.
19.
Gonna send you a DM real quick.
Oh!
Just says no.
Don't care about children. Suck it.
Children should die and not survive. They should just come out grown.
They are just mini soldiers. It's fine.
Yeah.
I eat children for breakfast.
God, that voice is so hard to understand, Harold.
It really is.
It really
It really
is.
is.
It's awesome, but it's hard to understand.
I'm trying so
I have
hard.
not
Well,
gotten
keep in mind he's also keep in mind this is a deity of giants, so
Yeah.
more than likely his primary language is not common.
He
I'm
has
just
the
trying.
biggest base drop in history.
Hold on. Okay.
1 second. Receiving information through
Yep.
whispers.
Yep. Okay.
Analytical. Won't work with what I have in mind. Okay, Oh, wait. Daphne's going to speak up. Although the weak do perish and the strong survive, that means nothing if they're wiping out future generations. They have shown no regard to the weak, but that also includes children. His followers have wiped out an entire monastery of young children and the elderly, of teachers and students.
And an entire city.
Several cities.
Several cities. Who weren't warriors. They were healers or scholars or poets. They has no regard. If they're in his way, he will destroy them.
What makes you different from me? I have slain many of which many would consider to be weaker. I have slain those who are not of this realm. I have slain those who are in other lands seen as heroes, warriors of renown. Even this mountain that you are on was once an enemy I had slain. So what is different from me?
Bring that information away. Daphne's going to reply, but did you ever slay someone who wasn't able to defend themselves?
I see so many hands up.
All right, let's go one at a time. We'll start with Diar, who hasn't talked at all yet.
Diar in Giant says, "Then is it not your words? From the earth, fire, and wind you were born, from the earth, fire, and wind you shall return. Mountain born, the mountain, he has returned, may he find the green lands everyone desires."
As you spoke in Giant to him, his gaze focuses on you now.
God.
Still the whole time, the eyes had not blinked.
My God, his eyes must be so dry now.
He's a rock.
That doesn't mean his eyes don't get dry.
He's a god.
That is certainly true. But I am curious about you. You were once something else. And now, you have the appearance and the body of those who would be my descendants.
But he is so smart.
Let me ask you a question. In the grand order of nature, what is the significance of life? What is its purpose?
Still in Giant, Diar says, "The purpose of life is to nurture, embrace, and bolster that of nature itself. And as to you, what makes you different, I believe you respect the nature around and what we, the living, can do to respect that as well, but he does not see that way.
Give me a persuasion check.
Diar.
Oh lordy, I feel like I'm on like
Can we try
Family
to
Feud.
help him get advantage?
How would you help
on
him?
that?
How would you help him?
Oh, he already rolled.
Oh, he don't need it.
28.
Hey, nice.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Seems to pause. For the first time, I don't hear any rumble, but it's almost like he's standing still. Like, almost like he's like still as a statue. You don't even hear a sound from him.
And it is that significance that you want defines not only what I am, but what everyone else is.
I didn't hear that as a player.
Oh, I'll do that one more time. And a little bit louder, because when it gets soft, it gets distorted a bit.
And that is the difference between those who lack the understanding of preservation and those who do not. Now tell me, what has become of my descendants?
Is this in common that he's saying this?
Oh,
or
he's been
giant?
speaking the whole time in common.
Okay.
Giant. Thank you.
Because you remember in
He kind of
the Oni
like-
culture, you only speak in giant to someone who is of equal.
Yep.
Oh, so never mind. We're
Wait.
not equal.
Umeko, do you still have the
He's
brooch
kind of
of
like
remembrance?
smuggling.
What was that, Lydia?
Oh, I was just like, Umeko, do you still have the brooch of remembrance? You
I
could
do.
physically show the Oni tribes.
Yeah. She's gonna, I guess if we can, like, step forward away from the group on this bridge. I don't know how we're lined up on this bridge.
Umeko was just slightly ahead of us.
It's like 20 feet wide, I believe.
Yeah. And she's just gonna say, you and I both know that Xanath isn't complete. He's missing that light. And your descendants are trying to scramble together and figure out how to move forward, and that's why they need your guidance, and I can show you that.
He stays there quietly as he just turns his head to look to you. But doesn't say a word, just stares.
I think that means show him.
You got You got this.
I guess she'll like start, if I remember correctly, like, don't you have to be touching the other person to like show them what's happening?
No.
Like through the brooch? Or is it like a projection?
It's like a
screen?
projection.
Yeah, she'll show the meeting that she had with this, can't remember names right now. Jesus Christ.
Great Raven?
No, not the whole group. It was just the one with the Scarlet Tusk, the father and the daughter that she had that private one.
Morad.
Yeah, she's gonna show that conversation because, like, from what I remember, he was like distraught and he was like defeated about that. Like, he didn't know what to do and was looking for guidance at that particular moment.
All right. Okay, so you show him the projection and show him those memories. And then his silence, but after you finish and the projection ends, there's a silence before he speaks.
The children of the Butcher. I will seek guidance once more. Times have certainly changed.
Call them the children of the Butcher? This is out of character. No, this is out of character. This is out of character. I heard the children of the Butcher. Was that what she? That's
yeah,
what
that's
I
what he
heard?
said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And the word shall be spread. Shall I take their call? But take heed,
Oh no.
each of you. The path in which you walk is a mirror image of the one whom you desire to defeat.
And what do you mean by that? The path we walk is the same as the one we desire to defeat Xanath. Do you know of his time?
I know of him. I met with him back when he was whole.
What happens? How much power did he wield when he was whole? Was it enough to rival?
Equal standing.
We?
Oh,
Xanath and Colossus.
there's the.
So basically, when Xanath and Kinos were one, they were
Yeah.
the same power as him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Because for that reason, we have established a peace that was between our peoples.
Yes, Delan.
So at that point, this is when Dalan speaks up. Judgment from your stature and your care with how you speak, with us being in the room, it's very obvious to me that you could harm us just by raising your voice. That shows to me that you have a level of compassion that this bastard does not have. He would destroy the world on a whim if someone got out of line. Never mind a single individual. he would level an entire country just to make a point. I don't think that you're the kind of person that would do that if you were willing to be so careful with the ears of 7 individuals.
There might have been a time, or a parallel of time in which I would have been just like Zenith. But my parents had converted in different directions. But that does not mean those who are pure cannot be corrupted.
Was he once pure?
Kinos has expressed that he's worried and wants this to end too.
What? You've spoken with Kinos?
Y'all don't even know who that is. I didn't tell you guys their names before this.
We don't
Daphne's-
know shit.
Daphne's like, who's Kinos?
That's what I meant, sorry.
He's the day at, or actually, I can just show you guys. I think. Can I show the projection of when Kinos talked to me at Mount Kieran?
Sure. So,
Oh,
the rest of
no.
you, including you, so everyone in the party, you would see this vision of what appears to be that of a great almost like a borderline cosmic battle. As you see you do see the first emperor in which you are fighting, but then you also see a figure clothed in white. Seeming to be that of, in fact, as you're looking at him, you see some familiar traits in the Emperor of Ifan currently. You see the battle rage on, as even to a point where you see dragons. While the two aspects of the Emperor are fighting, you see the dragons just going about, the chromatic versus metallic, each of them going at each other.
Answers my question.
You even see at the end when you see the relics seeming to appear. But before this, you see that he reaches out, and for this one, I would like everyone, and I do mean everyone, please roll me a perception check on this.
Perception!
Perception.
Perception.
Is it on sight or hearing, DM? I need
Sight.
to know.
21.
Sight? Okay.
25 with a net 20.
Oh,
22.
one moment,
Can
please.
I add
25.
D4s to this?
Do you have any d4s left?
I have 2.
Okay. Go ahead and use your last 2 if you like.
Oh,
Okay.
19.
Oh, 19. Okay.
25.
As you see, you remember Umeko seeing at one point that he reached out with his hand. But as you each get a better look at this memory, you see something glowing on his ring finger.
That's the ring.
The ring.
Before you suddenly see the different aspects, the different shards of Xanath instantly disperse into various forms of the relics. But then you also see one bit of almost like a fragment just fly off.
As the vision or the projection ends, I'm gonna go just say, Dino's trusted me with these memories. So I understand how much happened then and how we can't let it happen again.
Give me just 1 second. Just gonna pull up something note-wise. All the notes.
Mhm.
We digging into it tonight, man.
We really are.
Well, just things that have been stuck in Umeko's head for like how many months now? It's fine. It hasn't been eating away at her.
Where'd the ring go?
So.
I remember luminous, but never seen it from my own eyes. Memories that once have been entrusted to you. Ridiculous. And to honor his memory, I will do what I can. But it will be done so by someone on my behalf. Sorcerer, come forth.
And you just see instantly you look over to your left as you suddenly hear more of the rocks moving, as you see almost like someone emerging from the rocks themselves, like as if they were part of it. And you see they're reach out before stepping forward. You see another Oni. But you see this one is wearing all these rather is wearing this rather large pelt. And something, and also another pelt that seems to be serving as a loincloth. And you just see you see 3 horns. 2 each, and a single one on the forehead.
He's the champion.
Sorcerer, you will speak on my behalf. Tell them to preserve in natural order. Preserve the earth, fire, the wind. You will honor the agreement we have made with Kinos.
Yeah.
You see this Zozer look to him, just gives a bow, and then begins to walk.
Diar actually says something real quick in Giant. Like,
Oh boy.
oh, Great Colossus, can you bring back the dead? As I saw earlier, Zozer had a coffin here.
Those who are my children. Those that are part of the Thundering Mountain become part of the mountain. They become my
ask a question?
You just did.
He's just standing there quietly.
Not now, Daphne.
If this is all in giant, what Diar's saying, just to show respect.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's speaking in common, just as normal.
Diar says, "Is there any way I can serve you in the same way as your children?"
I don't know
After
giant
my
shit.
death.
No giant! I don't know giant shit.
When the task is complete, speak to Sorcerer.
DM, would I still have the pin activated?
Oh yeah, how long does it last?
Wait, what was it? Comprehend language.
10 minutes.
Yeah. 10 minutes?
I thought it was an hour.
If it was an hour, then yeah.
I'm trying to check this spell. It's 1 hour.
Okay, so you would have been hearing this.
What was the question? What was the...
Basically, Diar was saying, hey, is there a way I could serve you alongside with the Thundering Mountain?
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
She'll just kind of raise a brow at him, but not say anything.
As Diar gets on one knee after he says that too.
Okay.
Diar's two-timing on Lydia.
I said after death.
I don't know giant.
It is now close to the end of the day. It is now time for you to depart. Return to my descendants with Sorcerer.
Thank you for everything. Now that we've been able to make it here, I hope that I can lead more of your children to come see you again.
As time passes, not only does the body change, but so does the mind. Even if they forget me, I will still be there.
And then with that, he slowly stands up once more. And then he slowly begins to turn. And then walk away. As almost like this wall seems to go further away. Leaving you alone with you all, Itham, who's just staring in awe and everything of what has just happened, and this new buddy of yours, Zozer.
Daphne's gonna look at Umeko. That worked out in our favor, correct?
I believe so. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you guys that sooner.
It's fine, dear. Time and a place is our saying, it seems.
And you would have kind of need that pin to show us, and we just got it, so. Time to go back, I guess?
Now, how do we go back? Are we going back through the normal way? Or Zozer, what's your name?
You look towards Zozer, and you already see he's already walking the same direction you guys came from.
Catch up!
Catch up!
What with people meeting with the group?
I don't think he cares that we're with him or not. So we should go.
Why?
Just ready after like, oh god.
All right. So.
Oh boy. We're gonna have to make camp on the mountain. We're not making it back tonight. We're not gonna make it back. Are we?
Well, I mean, he'll make it back, she says, pointing at Zoser, who's still walking.
I don't think he needs to sleep.
He's dead. I don't think he does. He's already been sleeping. We just kind of woke him up from his nap.
What? Okay.
As you are moving forward and following him, you get back to the area in which you had combat with the Conjurer and the Falconer. But you see Zoser stops.
Oh.
And then looks to you all. Just stares. Not saying a word.
I think he's giving us he might be giving us a chance to rest? Maybe?
How about you ask
Do
him?
you need something?
Just staring.
Okay.
Well, shit, I just remembered I forgot to grab a rock.
Why do you need a rock?
Can I go over to just, like, the crash site of the meteor? Was the meteor an actual physical thing?
Oh yeah, it was. It definitely was. I mean, you still see the craters there.
Can I just quickly, like, scoot over there
Yo,
and grab
is
a
the
chunk
body
of meteor?
still there?
Oh,
Hold on, wait, is...
The Conjurer's body? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
Yes, Gale?
Gale actually wants to go over to the Conjurer's body and, like, grab a few rocks or something. He wants to give the Conjurer a proper burial.
Okay.
Is our little, like, new friend moving at all, or is he just, like, looking at us?
He's just standing there looking at you guys.
Dear,
Dear, maybe...
Talk to him?
Giant? Talk to him in giant?
Giant!
Gonna grab a meteor rock real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Stow that away.
Before he even talks to Zoser, right at the moment, because Lydia went over to the meteor rock. Diar wants some of that meteor rock to see if he can make some meteor rocks items.
Are you gonna
He's
make a
gonna
meteor
go.
sword? Are you gonna make a
He's
meteor
gonna go
sword?
and try to get some stuff.
Yo, meteor armor?
Meteor.
I'm still thinking back that my anime mind's just going to Rise into the Shield Hero with a meteor shield.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page.
We're nerds.
We are. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gather up some bits of the meteor.
Rocks.
Dalen's gonna go see if he can get him some meteor rock too.
Mm-hmm.
Dear, how about
Daphne,
you talk to
who
the
does it?
guy?
Are you allowing us a chance to rest? Thank you. And Daphne's gonna bring out her pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately she doesn't have the juice to make the Clover House right now. So we're gonna have to sell for the hut. So she brings out her glass pearl. She does a ritual casting, slams the pearl down on the ground, or not the pearl, the marble on the ground, and a dome appears over her, and she just like lies down, lets out a big sigh, just like, Itham, come sleep.
Actually, Lydia's gonna look at Itham and be like, do you want to talk inside the dome or outside the dome?
Either way, I'm just trying to understand everything that just happened. Who was
Yo,
that?
he just got revived and talked to a god.
So who was that? That giant thing?
That was a god.
He
Oni
just also
god?
saw the vision of the first emperor's fighting.
This sounds like an anime title. That one time I got reincarnated and talked to a god.
New anime title, let's go.
Umeko, can I have my pin back, my brooch back?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So,
I'll wait.
I was just gonna say, youth. So at this point, you hear the voice of Talus. Hey, Camellia, are you alive? I haven't heard from you. It's been a while. Find anything cool? You can reply to this.
That's your sending?
Yes.
Where are we currently?
You're in
Like-
what the mountain known as the Spine.
Okay.
The largest
so-
mountain in the in Norum.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Mount
She
Everest.
She responds back, I'm alive. Prayed to my god and then ended up talking to a god, so that's a thing. I'm not sure about your status. How's the people? She doesn't know what this animal thing is going on. She does not know what's going on with that. Walks back, sees there's people in place of the animals, just walks away.
All right. Okay. So what are the rest of you doing?
Dalen's trying to get him a meteor rock before he settles down in the tent.
Okay. Umeko?
Where's the tent within like where we fought the like conjurer and stuff?
What's that? What about the pit?
Where in the pit is the hut? Or the
It's basically
dome?
right where basically at that platform before the entrance to the.
She's not
Okay.
too close to the conjurer, so she can't smell him.
Hanging on the battle map. We saw the battle map up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I was just trying to look at that.
Basically around here.
Yep.
Okay. In the center, there's like that tree thing, right? Like, I can't tell because there's a guy on there.
The
Well,
center.
that there isn't exactly a tree there, so.
But like, there's
There's
this
a
little
struct-
center point.
Yeah, there is a
right?
center point though. Yes.
She's probably just gonna go over there and like sit down and like stare at it. But like the full sit where it's like her knees are pulled into her side and she's just kind of like sitting there thinking.
Mm-hmm. Diar, as Daphne set up the dome, what are you doing? She set it up,
Could
by
I
the way.
be last of our little group to do this? Just because I need to think just a little bit more.
Sure. Lydia?
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry,
Lydia-
Youth. You also had something,
Go
yeah?
ahead, Youth.
yeah, after that sending, she was actually gonna talk to Diar.
Oh, okay.
He looks afraid. Do we want to let Lydia do her thing first and then have that happen, or what? DM, what's your call? Go Lydia first, then us, or
I mean, sure, we could do
Okay.
that.
okay? Go ahead, Lydia.
Lydia is probably gonna grab Ipsum's hand, probably scoop up the Falconer's mask that we left on the ground, and bring him over to like a quiet area away from people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if I start explaining this in the dome, they're gonna try to embarrass me as much as physically possible.
Damn
So-
straight. Daphne yells from the dome.
There it is. So Lydia will bring Itham over to like
Hmm.
the stairs or
enough.
wherever is quiet.
Yeah.
And just sit down and be like, where to start? Where do you want to start?
Well, it would help if I say something first.
Yeah, sure.
So, after the... I just remember there was that ambush, and
Mm-hmm.
I just remember telling you to run. Fought someone who had this strange weaponry,
Mm-hmm.
and just remember that one moment everything went dark. Next moment, by myself, awake, lying in a grassy hill.
A grassy hill?
Yeah, not too far from the from the place that the ambush had happened, I guess. Because I just remember suddenly waking up and noticing I felt a little bit sunken into the ground. I guess they had buried me or something, and someone had buried me.
Itham, this is gonna sound really weird. Can I see your hands?
He slowly removes the gloves from before showing you the hands.
Mm-hmm.
You see that they seem to be there, but you also know something strange about them.
Oh no.
You see what appears to be various symbols all along the back and up the fingers.
Are they like a language, or is it arcane, like runes?
Seems arcane.
Do I know what it is, DM?
Give me an Arcana check.
Guidance, please and thank you.
Daphne might know what they are.
Dirty 20? Yeah.
You take a look at them. It almost seems that when you feel, you take a hold of them and you feel them, they feel just as like they do with any normal hands. But you also notice that some of the symbols seem to be mean almost like medical in nature. It's almost like as if, like real world comparison, it's almost like they are like imagine like a prosthetic that's actually real.
Oh shoot. Does he have like the scar on the wrist at all, or?
You do see the scarring on the wrist, and you see that's actually where the sigils end.
Ooh.
I guess it's just easier if we start there. So.
But there was more.
Okay.
When I woke up, there was someone else there.
Who?
Didn't exactly
Name? Anything? Wearing a freaky mask?
Well, it wasn't exactly someone wearing a mask.
Okay.
But it really confused me as to who was there.
Can you elaborate?
Hold on a second, I'm pulling up notes here.
Okay.
I'm pulling up the fun notes.
I want to know so much, but I know we don't have session time.
Yeah.
Longer session because last session of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year.
Okay. Two people. No, three. One of which was that of a tiefling.
I'm just gonna like look over my shoulder at the conjurer body on the ground.
Yeah.
That?
The buried one, you mean?
I think so. I mean, the voice definitely matches.
Okay. That was the
But
conjurer.
the other was Anna.
Fucking bitch!
But I
Sorry.
knew she
Sorry.
had I know she had problems with her family and everything, so I mean, putting those two together, that might make sense, but there's one other that didn't make sense as to why they were there.
Who?
Gonna roll this real quick.
Roll high at them.
Come on, boy.
Okay. remember seeing him in the courts. I just trying to remember his name. It's so difficult.
Describe him to me, see if I remember.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Don't hurt
I have to
yourself.
pull. Yeah, I'm pulling up the note here for this. So give me a second, cause.
Fucking Anna.
Anna the author.
Maybe.
That bitch.
Maybe.
We never
It's not,
liked her.
it's not confirmed. All I know is Anna did hire the Drow to kill our family. That's it. We don't know if it's for sure.
But why would Anna be with the Conjurer?
You don't know this is happening.
It was.
Oh, sorry.
Avrin.
Avrin was there?
Avrin. Yeah.
Who?
Avrin? Did they call him by anything? Did they say, like, his name?
I just remember them saying that. Something about. Saying about you could do what you wish. To them.
To who? Who's them?
Seem to be familiar with Anna and the Teifling.
Okay. Well.
And from there, my mind suddenly went. It's like as if I've been transported. I've been sent somewhere else.
Okay.
And from there, I felt like I was in a cage the entire time. Like I saw the bars, I saw essentially the cell I was in. I was hearing the voices, and every now and then I would get a glimpse as to seeing you and some people wearing the garbs like that one was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at one point I was there with someone as I was talking to you.
Really?
It was like various flashes of memories.
We've only talked once in person. And then Daphne has been in your head. Okay, I will say this. Anna was the one who hired those people to kill our family. There is someone, part of the group that wears the bird mask, like the Teifling over there, who is a changeling, called the author, who knew me as a kid. So she probably knows you.
It would make sense as to why. Well, I was trying to suspect Avrin was part of this too.
Yeah, that's a puzzle piece I was not expecting.
I knew me and him had some issues in the past, but I never thought him to be the one to do something like this.
Well, yeah, you fucking picked on me. You smashed his face with a quiver. But
Well, looks like obviously it didn't hit him hard enough.
might need to hit him again. Just saying. What do you want to know? 'Cause there's like 100-year gap.
Well, let's start with the fact that I was told that you have a child. And then he just looks to you with a perplexed look. He's like, Please tell me that you're engaged at least.
Yes, and I know that look. Yes. It's adoption, by the way. I don't know if that makes a difference.
What makes a difference though is if father approves of him.
Yes, and I will shift slightly and pull Nightbloom across my lap. This has been in my possession for a while. Thankfully, by some weird events, my fiance got his hands on the hilt because it was broken during the night of that ambush, reforged it, and because of Drow culture, you kind of propose to someone with a weapon.
He then looks to you and points. You fell head over heels for this one.
Hard.
Enough to become a drow, as he just points to you.
Yeah.
Even, this gives me every right to embarrass you as much as possible.
Yeah. Actually, I could show you everyone now. Or you can wait till we're in the Clover House. Or you can wait for formal introductions.
Clover House?
So, so as a joke, we kind of called ourselves the Dumb Luck Club and Four-Leaf Clovers, and Daphne can make a house in a pocket dimension.
Okay, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go ahead, and due to time constraints, we're going to go ahead and go to Youth and Diar.
I want to know so much more. No.
Youth is gonna pull Diar off to the side to make sure no one's listening in. And once she's sure of it, she's gonna look back at him and say, I understood what you said. She's a god back there.
Okay.
What did you say? Sorry, repeat that.
Okay.
So, unless you want me to tell everyone in the group, would you like to tell me what seems to be on your mind that has forged some sort of vendetta against me and my family?
We can't hear you.
I apologize.
You are so
Can you hear me?
muffled.
Yeah, you're still muffled.
There we go. Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the Diar voice for this, just because it seems like
That's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
First, I apologize. As now I realize it was not your family that killed my friends. My family. But the mortician.
What was your connection with the crest then?
It was on a document, I believe, that gave us the quest that killed off my friends. So.
What was the quest about?
It's been a while. This is the player just explaining it because I forgot.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll help you out, okay? So for this one, you were sent on a retrieval mission. You weren't given exactly what the details were exactly, but you were told that to find this great treasure. Though when you went in, you didn't really have much success in finding it, but that's when you guys got offed.
Basically, he brings that up to her.
Yeah. Would you recall of this ever like being requested by her family?
For the sake of this, give me, we'll say, history check.
Gosh. Roll well. 24.
You do remember that they had said something about looking for something for a particular client. You even remember one time how frustrated your father was in regards to trying to find this thing. And that, you remember saying, and I quote, "Why do we have to risk all our business connections for a stupid ring?" And that's where we're ending our session tonight.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, no!
Oh.
Gotta wait a month.
No, that's not what I
Maybe backstory also DM a month wait.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That is not what I think it is.
So.
Dalan, hand it over. Give it back. This might be it. I'm not sure. I want any chances. Hand it over.
Wait, I have a sketch. I have a sketch of the rig in Itham's journal. Bro, just check it.
Hand it over.
Nope.
All right.
He's already wearing it.
It's mine.
Okay.
Find your
So,
fingers.
thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. It was awesome having you all here. And like I mentioned, we will not be having session until next year. So thank you again. Yeah, fortunately. But thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with us. Please stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you all again next time. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have a good night.
Happy New Year. Be sure to click that like and that subscribe button.